Oh my gosh, it's the Emerald Creaking. He just gave me full netherite armor. I'm so lucky, guys.
These are the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns of all time. This first speedrun begins with the runner spawning directly next to a village. And right off the bat, there's already something fake about the speedrun. No, it isn't the village, as it appears to be completely normal. And it's not his world generation either, as it also looked completely legit. But take a very close look into the bottom right corner of the screen, where if you look carefully, you'll notice one block looks slightly different than the rest. This is a moss block, a block that clearly can't spawn in a plains biome, which means the runner placed this block himself off camera, and it will become important very soon. So the run begins with the speedrunner collecting some wood, crafting himself a few stone tools, and heading towards the nearby village. But right away, the runner finds some incredibly strange items in this village chest, along with a saddle, bread, and leather boots, all normal items. The runner also finds 3 dark oak leaves and 2 sticks. And while these items may appear to be innocent, both of them actually can't spawn in a village chest. So of course, when the runner places down his crafting table, he uses these very items to craft the earthquake scythe? That's not a real item, is it? And when he swings it, he pulls stone and dirt from out of the ground, creating a ring around him and his enemy, which in this case is this poor pig. That thing is insanely scary. So, after destroying an innocent pig and collecting a bit more loot, the runner needs to locate a ruins portal to travel to the Nether. But do you remember at the very start of the run when the speedrunner found this strange moss block on the floor? Well, the runner makes his way towards the block, and when he breaks it, he digs straight down into a ruins portal room. This cheating is hilarious. So, the runner enters the ruins portal room, where things appear to be fairly normal on the surface. But brace yourself, because this runner tries one of the funniest ways to cheat I've literally ever seen. Because when the runner goes to loot this chest, he decides it's the perfect time to ask his viewers to follow him on Instagram. And after the runner is done looting the chest, take a very close look at his inventory, where the runner has magically acquired a netherite axe. Well, let's rewind the footage and see what really happens. Because if you play this footage frame by frame, you can actually see there is a netherite axe in this ruins portal chest. And just 1 frame later, the runner put up the image to follow his Instagram. If you couldn't tell, the runner clearly did this to try to hide the fact that there is a netherite axe in this chest, but did it just 1 frame late. So, with a netherite axe in his inventory, the runner finishes building the portal and makes his way into the Nether, where right off the bat, he immediately locates a Nether fortress. Now, while the fortress is actually completely legit, it's something else this runner does that's actually completely fake. Because watch closely to what happens when the runner drinks this potion of healing. Did you catch that? Even though this is clearly a potion of healing, the runner somehow gained a fire resistance effect. And I'll just be honest, I have no idea how that just happened. So, with this fire resistance effect on, the runner quickly begins his search for a blaze spawner room. But that's when the runner finds the Blaze Museum? Did I miss an update? Well, the runner enters the Blaze Museum, where he finds a room full of blazes stuck in place, which allows the runner to fight them without taking any damage, quickly collecting 7 blaze rods. Since when were there blaze museums in Minecraft? So, after collecting all the rods that he needs from the Blaze Museum, the runner begins his search for a nearby bastion. And all is normal until the runner accidentally steps on this strange pressure plate, teleporting him into a dropper map? What is going on? Well, he reads a sign explaining that for him to get to the bastion, he must complete the dropper. I don't know what's happening anymore. Well, the runner goes for the jump, and actually completes the dropper first try. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty impressive. And as the sign said, after he survives the dropper, he finds these 3 strange doors in the wall, and when he opens them, he's greeted with a bastion right in front of him. So, the runner enters the bastion, where thankfully, things finally seem normal, as the runner crafts an iron pickaxe, collects some gold blocks, and searches for a group of nearby piglins to trade with. But this is when one of the craziest things I've ever seen in a Minecraft speedrun happens. Because the runner pulls out some extra dirt he got from earlier in the run, starts throwing it at the piglins, and they actually start trading with him. Let me repeat, the piglins are trading with dirt blocks. But not only that, because they give the speedrunners some of the most overpowered trades in Minecraft, including 12 blocks of obsidian and 16 ender pearls. I'm at a loss for words. So, after trading literal dirt with the piglins, the runner begins crafting his nether portal and prepares to head into the overworld. But this is when the runner decides it's the perfect time to start playing chess? During a Minecraft speedrun? This guy can't be serious.
5 minutes later.
Well, after literally playing chess during a speedrun, the runner finally returns to Minecraft and heads into the overworld. But pause the footage because the speedrunner actually just cheated. Because just a couple of minutes ago, before the runner started playing chess, we can clearly see this slot in the runner's inventory is empty. However, immediately after the runner returns to Minecraft, you can now see there's a diamond sword in that very same slot. It's pretty obvious the runner used playing chess as a distraction to get a diamond sword off camera. So, the runner spawns into the overworld, where using his Eyes of Ender, he starts to perform triangulation, a technique for locating the strongholds. But right after the runner throws his first eye, take a closer look into the chat, where it reads the message, "First throw registered, provide the second location." And right off the bat, that's extremely suspicious, because after testing this out in my own Minecraft world, I can confirm no message pops up after throwing an eye. But that's not all, because after the runner throws just one more eye, in the chat appears a message with the exact coordinates to the stronghold. This can't be a real feature. Well, after doing a bit of research, I actually found out the exact mod the runner is using, called the Strongholds Finder. And to add on, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of its description, you can clearly see this mod is not allowed in official speedruns. This guy's terrible at cheating. Well, after locating the stronghold using a banned Minecraft mod, the runner quickly digs down and enters into it. And giving the runner some credit, he actually locates the end portal room extremely normally, without any suspicious activity. But that's the last real thing that happens in the speedrun. Because when the runner enters the end portal room, he finds 2 end portals, 1 red portal, and 1 blue portal with a sign reading "Choose wisely." Literally, what is going on? Well, I guess the runner had a good feeling about the red end portal because he decides to jump into that one. But he must have made the wrong choice, because when he enters the end, oh my gosh, this is one of the scariest looking ends I've literally ever seen. Why are the end pillars literally made out of lava? And what kind of cursed fire dragon even is that? He definitely should have chosen the blue portal. Well, to make matters worse, when the runner tries to attack the fire dragon, he literally gets killed and the run just cuts off there. This next speedrun begins, and right away, there's already something fake about it. No, it doesn't have anything to do with this spawn, as the runner is facing perfectly straight. And it's not his game mode either, as the runner is in survival with 0 XP. But let's take an extremely close look at this speedrunner's world generation. I'll play the clip. Did you catch that? If you play his world generation frame by frame, you can actually see there's one single frame where the runner is selecting the second slot in their inventory. This is something that's impossible, as you will always spawn in selecting the first slot of your inventory. This actually proves the runner edited his world generation and likely means he's using a set seed, which will become extremely obvious later in the run. Well, giving the speedrunner the benefit of the doubt, the rest of his spawn is fairly normal, as the runner collects some wood, crafts a couple tools, and makes his way to a nearby village. All pretty legit. But the runner then finds one of the luckiest structures I've literally ever seen, because he finds a shipwreck in the middle of a village house. Now, I almost thought this dude found the world's luckiest seed until I realized this part of the speedrun is completely fake, because after a quick search on YouTube, I actually found this exact same seed in a YouTube video titled "The Best New Village Seeds for Minecraft 1.20." And now it's confirmed that the runner is using a set seed, which is why he faked his world generation earlier in the run. So, after locating this insanely overpowered structure, the run continues with the speedrunner going to loot a chest in this village house. And at a first glance, it may appear as though all of the loot in this chest is completely normal, as the runner collects bread, iron, and even apples, all normal items. But the runner also finds a clock in the corner of the chest. But this isn't a normal clock, but a time clock that gives the runner the ability to freeze time? Remember this for later. So, after looting a few more chests, killing the iron golem, and collecting some hay, the runner needs to find a lava pool to craft a nether portal. And giving him credit, he actually locates one fairly quickly in a nearby cave. But as the runner is working on creating his portal, take a very close look at this ore. On the surface, it may look like this is simply a normal piece of redstone. However, this block is actually incredibly fake, because after the runner notices it and goes to mine it, he collects a ruby? Is that even a real Minecraft item? Well, he doesn't only find one piece of ruby ore, but an entire vein of ruby ore. And after collecting 24 pieces, he literally crafts an entire set of ruby armor. How many Minecraft updates did I miss? So, with a full set of ruby armor equipped, the runner finishes creating his portal, crafts flint and steel, and makes his way into the nether. And this is when the speedrunner attempts to cheat in one of the worst ways possible. I'll just play the footage. Yes, the runner spawned into the nether, and after 4 seconds, there's the world's most obvious cut, and he's now somehow directly in front of a fortress. There is no way he thinks he's fooling anyone. So, with the runner magically spawning directly in front of a fortress, he quickly makes his way inside of it. But prepare yourself, because instead of finding blazes in the fortress, you can't be serious. The runner finds Skibidi toilet mobs. Since when was brain rot added to Minecraft? Well, the runner starts fighting literal toilets in Minecraft, and by some miracle, they actually drop blaze rods. I genuinely do not know what to say. Well, after the runner kills a few more Skibidi toilets, he ends up with 6 blaze rods, meaning he only needs to collect 1 more before he can travel to a bastion. But that's when, out of nowhere, appears a giant Skibidi toilet, which actually kills the speedrunner. Like, literally, what is going on? So, after getting destroyed by the world's biggest Skibidi toilet, the runner decides he's going to respawn. And of course, after one of the world's most obvious cuts, he finds a chest right in front of him with all of his items and the exact amount of blaze rods that he needs, which is totally legit. So, after getting his items back, the runner returns to the nether, where he begins his search for a bastion. But after only a couple minutes of searching, the runner simply can't seem to locate one. Well, as the runner is seemingly searching for the bastion, take a very close look at this wall. If you pay close attention, you'll actually notice these 2 blocks sticking out of the wall, which is something that clearly doesn't spawn naturally in vanilla Minecraft. Well, the runner moves closer towards this weird wall, where he pulls out his pickaxe, starts to break these 2 strange blocks, which reveals a tunnel all the way to the bastion. What type of cursed block did he just break? So, after somehow locating the bastion, the run continues by the speedrunner locating some gold blocks, crafting some gold ingots, and searching for some piglins to trade with. But let's just say, the runner finds some strange looking piglins in the bastion. Are those diamond piglins? Seriously, how many updates have I missed? Well, along with these piglins literally being diamond, they drop the speedrunner a full set of diamond tools, diamond armor, armor, and even a full stack of diamond blocks. And along with this array of overpowered diamond gear, they also give the speedrunner a full stack of ender pearls. This is starting to hurt my brain. So, after collecting 16 pearls and 7 blaze rods, he should head back towards the overworld. But this guy must be new to speedrunning because he decides he's going to start creating a portal out of hay. And don't worry, this clearly isn't going to work. Oh my gosh, it actually worked. But wait, let's actually take a closer look and see what really happened. Because if you slow down this footage and play it frame by frame, take a very close look into the bottom left corner of the screen, where we can clearly see a command revealing the runner spawned in these nether portal frames himself. If you haven't caught on, the runner didn't actually create a nether portal with hay, but instead used a Minecraft command to spawn in the portal himself. Unfortunately, this guy's a terrible editor and revealed the entire thing. So, after quote-unquote creating a hay portal, the runner finally makes his way into the overworld. And if I have to give him credit, he does locate the strongholds pretty normally, without cheating or any suspicious activity. But that's about the last real thing he does in the speedrun, because he actually cheats once again during his search for the end portal room. And let me know if you can spot exactly what he does. Did you notice it? Well, as the runner is looking throughout the stronghold, take a very close look at the floor, where you can actually spot stone pressure plates in various locations around the strongholds. First off, not only is it clearly impossible for pressure plates to spawn naturally, but secondly, we can clearly see the runner followed these pressure plates all the way to the end portal room. And if you couldn't tell, these pressure plates were clearly placed by the runner off camera. So, the runner enters the end portal room, but things just get even worse. Because first, the runner doesn't find a silverfish spawner, something that will always spawn in the end portal room. And secondly, when he goes to the portal, it already has 12 eyes of ender filled in, which if you weren't aware, has over a 1 in 1 trillion chance of happening, which is code for this is completely fake. So, the runner enters the fully lit end portal, and here's where things get insane. Do you remember when the runner found this strange clock in a village chest earlier in the run? Well, the runner pulls it out, and after clicking it, he literally pauses time, which freezes the ender dragon and every single enderman in a place. And with the dragon unable to move and frozen while he's perched, it's pretty obvious that the speedrunner absolutely destroys him. This next speedrun begins with the runner spawning inside of water, and while technically I guess this isn't impossible, the chance of you spawning underwater is less than 10%, so it is slightly suspicious. However, the rest of this speedrunner spawn does appear to be pretty normal, as he's facing completely straight, he's in survival mode, and he doesn't have any weird items in his inventory. But as the runner locates a nearby village, he accidentally reveals he's been cheating, because let's rewind the footage and take a closer look at this tree. If you look closely, you'll actually notice one singular leaf that looks slightly different than the rest. This is a birch leaf, a block that clearly doesn't spawn in an oak tree. And if you play the footage, you'll notice the runner follows these trees with a birch leaf all the way to the village. It's pretty obvious the runner placed these blocks off camera to remember which way the village was located, and that also could reveal why he had such a random spawn. So, after locating the village, giving him the benefit of the doubt, things do appear to be pretty normal. He loots some chests, he kills the iron golem, and he collects both hay and beds. But that's when the runner comes face to face with Ronaldo, and to make things even funnier, this guy is going insane.
Ronaldo! Oh my god, Ronaldo, no, I love you, Ronaldo. Sui!
You have to be kidding me. Well, after fanboying over Ronaldo for 5 minutes straight, something absolutely insane happens. Because Ronaldo literally starts giving the speedrunner some of Minecraft's most overpowered items. An enchanted netherite sword, a full stack of golden apples, and even enough obsidian to create his own nether portal. But I think this guy's more worried about the fact that he found Ronaldo in his speedrun.
Ronaldo, I'm your biggest fan. Please don't leave.
I can't take this anymore. So, with this extremely overpowered loot, the runner starts to craft his nether portal. The only problem is, the runner doesn't have a single flint in their inventory to craft flint and steel, meaning they have no way of lighting the nether portal. Well, the runner makes his way back to the village, where he goes to the chest in this blacksmith. And while he finds some pretty standard items inside, he also finds 16 stun grenades? Is that even a real Minecraft item? Well, the runner grabs the stun grenades, where he makes his way back towards the nether portal, where it appears as though he accidentally throws one of the grenades, literally stunning himself. This guy is bad even while cheating. Well, just a few seconds later, when he gets his vision back, the nether portal is now somehow lit. And I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how that just happened. So, after magically lighting a nether portal while literally being stunned, the runner can finally make their way into the nether. We're giving him credit, he actually locates the nether fortress pretty quickly. There's just a few problems with this part of the speedrun. To start, when he first enters the fortress, notice how he doesn't get a single achievement for entering it. And secondly, if you look at the corner of the screen at this frame, you can actually see a stone pickaxe that was left on the floor. These two pieces of evidence mean the runner has already visited this fortress before recording. But that's not all, because please tell me why the runner is literally listening to a motivational speech at this part of the speedrun.
You don't know me, son. 19. You don't know me, son. Yeah.
This might be the funniest speedrun I've ever seen. So, after getting some motivation, the runner enters the fortress, where he immediately locates a blaze spawner room. And giving him credit, these blazes seem completely normal, and he starts to collect blaze rods pretty quickly. But that's when out of nowhere, is that Herobrine? Things just got scary. Well, the runner immediately starts to back up slowly, scared out of his mind to face Herobrine. When Herobrine gets closer, and gives the runner a full stack of blaze rods, and literally types in chat, "I hope you have an amazing speedrun." This speedrun is so cursed, it somehow turns Herobrine nice. So, after collecting a full stack of blaze rods from nice Herobrine, the runner then needs to locate a bastion. And during his search, the runner finds this strange door with a sign above it called the Bastion Teleportation Room. And after he goes inside, he finds one of the craziest looking portals I've literally ever seen, which is called the Bastion Teleporter. Well, being curious, the runner decides to enter it, where he is then teleported directly into a bastion. I've missed too many updates. So, the runner enters the bastion, where he locates a couple of piglins to trade with. But this guy must be new to Minecraft, because he starts throwing iron ingots at the piglins, when everybody knows piglins can only trade with gold ingots. And this guy isn't too happy with the piglins.
Bro, are these piglins flipping bugged? Bro, why won't they trade with me?
Well, after some more frustration, the runner decides to pause his speedrun, go on YouTube, and search for a tutorial on how to trade with piglins. But hold on, while he's watching this tutorial, just take a look at this guy's tabs. He's listening to The Thick of It by KSI, he's been shopping on the Lunchly website, and he has a tab open with a tutorial on how to get a girlfriend. This might be one of the funniest speedruns I've literally ever seen. Well, after the runner finishes watching his tutorial, he starts to correctly trade with the piglins and collects some pretty standard loot. Some blackstone, a few pieces of string, and even some ender pearls. But the runner also collects one single item that's actually completely fake, which is this singular anvil. Not only is it impossible to get an anvil from a piglin trade, but remember this for later. So, after collecting some more pearls and enough obsidian to craft another portal, the runner makes his way back into the overworld. But as soon as he spawns in, is that Evil Dream, who literally pulls out a diamond sword and starts chasing after the speedrunner. What is happening? Well, the runner immediately starts running for his life when he does one of the smartest things I've ever seen in a speedrun. Because as he's being chased by Evil Dream, he climbs up this giant mountain before doing one of the craziest clutches I've ever seen in a speedrun. And knowing that Evil Dream is literally right behind him, he blocks off the water pool at the last second, killing Evil Dream to fall damage. And I gotta give him credit, that was absolutely insane. So, after almost dying to Evil Dream, the runner crafts his Eyes of Ender, and after wasting a ton of eyes, he eventually locates the position of the strongholds. But as the runner is digging down, take a very close look at his hunger bar. Did you catch that? At this part of the footage, you can clearly see the runner magically regains all of his hunger, even though we clearly saw the runner didn't eat a single piece of food. The only possible explanation is that the runner cut his video and gained hunger off camera, which will make a lot of sense in just a few seconds. So, the runner enters the stronghold, where he immediately locates the end portal room, where he finds the exact amount of eyes that he needs to complete the portal. And if you couldn't tell, the runner clearly placed more eyes in the portal off camera, which now reveals why they had to cut their footage just a few seconds ago. So, the runner enters the end portal room, places the rest of his eyes, and makes his way into the Nether. And thankfully, his spawn appears to be pretty normal on the surface. As the runner is still in survival mode, he doesn't have any strange potion effects, and the dragon is still at full health. But, do you remember when earlier in the speedrun, the runner collected this anvil from a piglin trade? Well, the runner goes to the surface, places down a crafting table, and uses that very anvil as the last item in crafting the Anvil catapult, which is a weapon that he uses to literally shoot anvils at the end crystals. And after breaking all of them, he uses the Anvil catapult to make quick work of the Ender Dragon. This next speedrun begins with the runner immediately locating a shipwreck, where he starts off the run by collecting some wood, crafting a few tools, and making his way towards the boat. But as the speedrunner is moving towards it, he randomly collects a flint and steel in his inventory, even though we clearly saw him never get this anywhere in the speedrun. Well, let's slow down the footage and take a closer look at this pig. To start, it's moving incredibly suspiciously, far differently than how a normal pig moves around. And secondly, as the speedrunner is running by, you can actually see this very pig throw a flint and steel at the speedrunner. Like we've seen in countless of speedruns, this player is on a multiplayer server where his friend is using a morph mod pretending to be a pig. Both things that are obviously not allowed in a speedrun. So, the runner enters the shipwreck, where giving him the benefit of the doubt, all three chests appear to contain pretty normal items. But in the top corner of the second shipwreck chest, there's actually one piece of obsidian, which is an item that can't spawn in shipwreck chests. And while it may appear to be innocent, remember this for later in the run. So, after collecting all the loot from the shipwreck, the runner begins to search for a ruins portal to hopefully travel to the Nether, where suddenly, the runner starts digging down, where he falls directly into a ruins portal room. But hold on, that's literally impossible. There's no way the runner could have known to dig down at this random block. Well, let's rewind the footage and see what really happened. If you take a very close look at this tree, do you notice how it's different from every single other tree in the area? Well, that's because this tree is actually a spruce tree, while the rest are oak and birch trees. And the problem is, spruce trees can only spawn in cold biomes like a taiga, which the runner is clearly not located in. It's pretty obvious the runner built the wrong tree off camera to remind him the exact position the ruins portal was located. So, the runner locates the ruins portal, where he goes to loot the ruins portal chest, where he finds some pretty standard items. A golden helmet, a few obsidian, a vehicle crate. Wait, what? This will make more sense in a few seconds. Well, with the single block of obsidian he got from the shipwreck chest and the flint and steel from the pig, he's able to complete the portal and spawn into the Nether, where he places down the vehicle crate he got a few seconds ago, and out spawns an actual car that the speedrunner actually hops into and starts driving around the Nether. I've officially seen it all in Minecraft speedruns. So, with a literal car in Minecraft, it's pretty easy for the runner to travel through the Nether and locate the fortress, where they immediately locate a blaze spawner. But as the runner is killing some of the blazes, move your focus towards this singular blaze, who seems to be moving awfully suspicious and far different than how a real blaze is supposed to move. Well, as the runner is fighting the rest of the blazes, you'll actually actually notice this blaze starts dropping multiple blaze rods, even though the runner clearly didn't kill it. If you haven't caught on, this isn't actually a real blaze, but a player again using a morph mod, likely the same one we saw pretending to be a pig earlier in the run. So after fighting a few more blazes, the runner collects all the rods that he needs and starts to look for a bastion. But on his way, the runner comes across a full-blown obstacle course. Is this a new Minecraft feature? Well, the runner moves towards the obstacle course, where a player flies on screen typing in chat, "Welcome to the Minecraft obstacle course. Complete the course and you'll be teleported straight to a bastion." Well, the runner enters the course, where he comes across some of Minecraft's most impossible jumps. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he's actually doing pretty good so far. Okay, there's no way he actually makes this jump. Oh my gosh, he's doing insane.
5 minutes later.
So, the runner finally completes the obstacle course, where as promised, is teleported directly in front of a bastion, where he immediately locates a few gold blocks, crafts some ingots, and finds a group of nearby piglins to trade with. Now, you're probably thinking that the runner got extremely lucky, as he manages to get 16 ender pearls almost immediately from the piglins. But let's actually take a closer look, because this part of the speedrun is completely fake. Watch, as the runner is trading with the piglins, he gets this huge stack of pearls that seems to be coming from inside of this wall. Now, I was extremely close to letting this slide, thinking it was simply a visual glitch, until at this part of the speedrun, you can actually see this piece of blackstone actually move. If you haven't caught on, this is not actually a real block, but the exact same player we've seen throughout the run morphing into a piece of blackstone. So, after collecting all the pearls that he needs, a normal speedrunner would build a nether portal and head back to the overworld. The only problem is, this speedrunner is just one block short of being able to create a nether portal. Well, as the speedrunner is frantically running around the nether thinking of what to do, he comes across the overworld house. Did I miss an update? Well, the runner enters the overworld house, but unfortunately, the chest inside is completely empty. But on the wall of this innocent house is a single lever, and when the runner clicks it, it reveals a hole that actually reveals the overworld. And I don't even want to know how, but the runner walks straight through into the overworld. I'm just as confused as you are. So, after entering the overworld without a nether portal, the runner crafts his Eyes of Ender and locates the exact position of the stronghold using a popular technique known as triangulation. But as the runner is digging down towards the stronghold, he digs straight into a lava pool. This guy is so bad at cheating. So, as soon as the runner falls into the lava, he pauses his game immediately so he can think. But I didn't expect him to change tabs from Minecraft to Roblox in the middle of his speedrun. You have to be joking. Well, after literally playing another game for 30 minutes, the runner finally returns to Minecraft. But somehow, even though the runner is still in lava, he isn't taking any damage. Well, if you look into the top right corner of the screen, you'll actually notice the runner has acquired a fire resistance potion, which is literally impossible, as if we rewind the footage to before he started playing Roblox, he clearly didn't have this potion effect at all. It's pretty obvious while the runner was playing Roblox, he went off camera and got a fire resistance potion so he wouldn't die. So, after digging into lava, the runner finally breaks into the stronghold, where he locates the end portal room. The only problem is, the runner only has 9 Eyes of Ender left after wasting too many looking for the end portal room, which is a problem as you need 12 Eyes of Ender to complete an end portal. Well, the runner still decides to start filling in the portal, where he goes to place his final eye, and when he places it, the portal actually lights. But this is literally the most cursed end portal I've ever seen, and honestly, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. We're just gonna move past it. So, the runner enters the portal, spawns into the end, where something incredibly weird has happened. If you look closely, you'll notice that the Ender Dragon doesn't have a health bar, meaning he's already been killed. And when the runner goes to the surface, he can't seem to find the Ender Dragon. Well, I might have spoken too soon, because you have to be kidding kidding me? At this point, I don't even care that it's fake. This is too hilarious. So, the runner literally starts fighting the quote-unquote Ender Dragon, where he kills it and easily finishes the speedrun. This next speedrun begins, and right off the bat, there's already something suspicious. No, it isn't his game mode, as the runner is clearly in survival. And it's also not his inventory, as the runner is clearly selecting the first slot. But take a closer look into the top corner of the screen, where you can see this strange biome in the distance. This clearly isn't a biome that spawns in vanilla Minecraft, so keep it in mind for later. Now, besides that, the rest of his spawn is fairly normal, as the runner enters a nearby village. And after gathering some hay and a bit of loot, the runner prepares to enter this village house. But inside, the runner finds a trapdoor with a ladder going all the way down to a custom potion room. This can't be a real Minecraft feature, is it? Well, just to confirm I wasn't going crazy, I found this exact same village house in my own Minecraft world, and I can confirm this potion room is completely fake. Either way, the runner enters the potion room, where he of course finds some pretty overpowered potions, including 2 potions of fire resistance and 2 potions of swiftness. So, the runner climbs out of the potion room and prepares to loot the rest of the village. But did you notice that when the runner exits the village house, notice how it's suddenly nighttime? In Minecraft, it won't start getting dark until 10 minutes have passed. However, based on this speedrunner's file, we can clearly see only 50 seconds have passed. This means the runner must have cut his footage somewhere in the speedrun, likely so he could go off camera and make this overpowered potion room. So, the runner continues to loot the village when he opens this village chest. And inside, he finds some pretty standard items you'd expect to spawn here. Some emeralds, a couple of pieces of bread, and some cactus. But the runner also finds this extremely strange item that appears to be some sort of key. But that's not the only fake thing with this part of the speedrun, because watch closely to what happens when the runner closes this chest. Did you catch that? It magically changes from night back to day while the runner is closing the chest, meaning there was yet another cut in the speedrun. This guy can't stop cheating. So, after collecting this strange looking key from the village chest, the run continues with him locating a nearby desert pyramid. And the runner cheats once again, because even though we can clearly see him step right on the pressure plate, not a single piece of TNT goes off. But that isn't all, because while the loot in these desert pyramid chests may appear to be normal, it's actually impossible for obsidian to spawn here, meaning the runner placed it himself off camera. And when the runner is leaving the pyramid, he actually notices one final chest in the corner of the temple. And to nobody's surprise, when he opens this chest, he finds a ton of diamonds. Not only is it clearly impossible for diamonds to spawn in a pyramid chest, but after confirming in my own Minecraft world, it's not even possible for a chest to spawn in this location. So, after looting the desert temple, the runner locates a nearby ruins portal. But, once again, we see this extremely strange biome that the runner first noticed at spawn. Well, being curious, I decided to do a bit of research, and I actually found that this biome comes from a Minecraft mod called Biomes O Plenty. The problem is, this mod is clearly not allowed to be used during a Minecraft speedrun. Anyway, the runner locates the ruins portal, and if I have to give him credit, almost everything he does is perfectly legit, as he loots the chest, crafts a diamond pickaxe, and goes to light the ruins portal. However, there's one small thing you probably missed that's actually completely fake. Because watch, the runner opens this chest and clearly takes all the loot from inside it, leaving it completely empty. However, just a couple of seconds later, when the runner goes to open this exact same chest, he somehow finds 3 pieces of flint inside, allowing him to make flint and steel and light the Nether portal. How did this chest magically gain flint? I have literally no idea. So, the runner lights the portal, spawns into the Nether, and he cheats once again. Because on the surface, it appears as though he gets insanely lucky, spawning directly inside of a fortress. works. But let's play this part of the footage in slow motion to see what really happens. If you look closely, you can clearly see the runner spawned in a completely different location, but he cut his video to make it look like he spawned in a fortress. He just can't stop cheating. So the runner enters the fortress, and after using the fire resistance potion he got from the potion room, he starts to search for the blaze spawner room. But on his way, what kind of cursed biome even is that? I'm not gonna question it. So once the runner locates the blaze spawner room, he begins to fight some of the blazes. But I'm not gonna lie, the runner is kind of getting destroyed, and he almost gets killed on half a heart before killing a single blaze. I guess cheating doesn't get you any skill in Minecraft. Well, being that the runner is literally on half a heart, he starts running for his life. But after he checks his inventory, he somehow has 12 blaze rods, even though we saw he didn't kill a single blaze. I don't even know what to say. So after somehow collecting 12 blaze rods, the runner begins his search for a nearby bastion. And once he locates one, he quickly begins to trade with a nearby piglin. But let's take a very close look at this runner's first trade, where we can clearly see the runner only collects 2 eyes of ender. However, after a handful of more trades, when the runner checks his inventory, he now somehow has 13 eyes of ender, which I'm sorry, just makes 0 sense. So after somehow collecting all the pearls that he needs, the runner travels back to his nether portal and heads into the overworld. And after crafting his eyes of ender, the runner decides to enter this nearby village, where, don't tell me that's what I think it is, he finds a car? What is going on? Well, do you remember when earlier in the run, the speedrunner got this strange key? Well, using that very key, the runner opens the door to the car and starts driving in it all the way to the position of the stronghold. Since when were cars added to Minecraft? So the runner locates the stronghold, digs down, and of course, he digs straight into the end's portal room. But instead of immediately lighting the portal, the runner goes towards this lava pool, where he opens a hidden chest that not only has netherite armor, but a machine gun? Oh gosh. Well, after the runner enters the end, you'd actually expect him to make pretty quick work of the ender dragon, considering he has a literal machine gun. But he must have angered the wrong enderman, because he starts getting attacked and almost dies, luckily pausing his game at the very last second. How is this guy so bad when he literally has a machine gun? Well, after the runner nearly dies and pauses his game, the runner decides to open Bing, and you can clearly see him searching up how to get God mode in Minecraft. Did this guy forget that he's literally recording him cheating? Well, after searching up how to get God mode in Minecraft, the runner returns to the game, but I guess he didn't follow the tutorial correctly, because when he attempts to get quote-unquote God mode, he actually dies, and the run just cuts off there. This next speedrun begins, and honestly, everything looks pretty normal. The runner spawns in facing perfectly straight, his game mode is set to survival without any XP, and he's selecting the very first slot of his inventory. But as the runner enters the nearby village, take a very close look at this door. It's already open, and while technically I guess a villager could have opened it, it is slightly suspicious. But when the runner enters this house and finds a secret chest hidden in the floor, I think it's pretty obvious he placed it there himself off camera and forgot to close the door once he was done. So after looting the secret chest, the runner then begins to search for the iron golem, likely to get iron to craft flint and steel or a bucket. But that's when the runner finds 2 iron golems. Now, it is technically possible for 2 golems to spawn in a single village. However, it requires there to be at least 20 villagers that have spawned. And as we can clearly see by the footage, there isn't a single villager in sight, likely meaning the runner spawned in this second iron golem off camera. Well, the runner starts to fight the first iron golem when something insane happens. Because when he kills this iron golem, he somehow drops 45 iron ingots? How is that possible? Well, the maximum amount of ingots a golem can drop is actually only 5. which means for the runner to get 45 from one single golem, he clearly messed with the loot drops of this world. So, with 45 iron ingots, it's pretty easy for the runner to craft a full set of armor and some helpful tools, where he then begins to search for a nearby ruins portal. But on his way, the runner decides to break this random tree. But at the bottom, the runner finds a secret chest with a book inside, and when he opens the book, he's given the exact coordinates of a pale garden biome. You can't be serious. Well, following the book, the runner quickly travels to the pale garden biome. But watch very closely to what happens when the runner fights some of the mobs in the biome. I'll play the clip. Did you catch that? Even though the runner clearly gets hit multiple times by this zombie and is right in the middle of a creeper explosion, he somehow doesn't take a single tick of damage. How did this speedrunner literally become invincible? I have absolutely no idea. So, after fighting some mobs, the runner then goes to kill this nearby Creaking. However, when he kills it, the Creaking somehow drops a block of obsidian. First off, Creakings actually can't drop any items upon killing them. But secondly, this isn't actually a real piece of obsidian, because when the runner opens his inventory, it's called the Creaking Nether portal? Did I miss an update? Well, the runner grabs the Creaking Nether portal and heads towards this open area. But when he places the block down, a Nether portal suddenly starts building itself, and after it's completed, it lights all on its own. That was one of the craziest things I've literally ever seen. And when the runner enters the quote-unquote Creaking Nether portal, he actually spawns into the Nether directly into a fortress. I don't know what to say. So, the runner enters the fortress, drinks a potion of fire resistance, and starts to fight a nearby blaze. However, you probably didn't even catch it, but the runner actually just cheated. Because let's rewind to right before the runner spawned into the Nether, where I want you to take a very good look at his inventory. Got it? Well, the runner enters the Nether portal, but when he spawns in, now take a look at his inventory, where the runner has magically acquired a fire resistance potion. If you couldn't tell, the runner clearly edited his speedrun and got this potion off camera, likely to make it easier to fight and kill blazes. So, the runner starts to fight this blaze, but he just cheats once again. Because watch this clip and tell me if you see what's fake about it. Did you catch it? Yes. The runner only killed one blaze, but this blaze somehow drops 9 blaze rods for the speedrunner. And it doesn't take a genius to know blazes can't drop 9 blaze rods. So, with 9 blaze rods in his inventory, the runner then starts his search for a nearby bastion. But on his way out, the runner kills one more blaze just for fun, where he now has 18 blaze rods. This guy can't help himself from cheating. So, the runner finally locates a bastion, where he quickly collects some ingots and starts to trade with some of the piglins. But every single trade he gets from the piglins are somehow ender pearls. And just because I wanted to give this runner the benefit of the doubt, the odds of 5 ender pearl trades in a row is literally over 1 in 1.8 million, which basically confirms these trades are completely fake. So, after collecting 18 blaze rods and 2 stacks of ender pearls, a normal speedrunner would then head back towards the overworld. But the runner realizes he has one more Creaking portal in his inventory, and once again, a portal is literally crafted out of thin air, allowing the runner to travel back to the overworld. That's honestly insane. So, the speedrunner spawns in, and things get even more suspicious. Because at his spawn, take a very close look at this strange block of gravel, which to me at least, appears to be slightly out of place. Well, of course, after the runner crafts a pickaxe, he starts digging down at this exact gravel block, and ends up falling straight into the end portal room. You can't make this up. So, the runner enters the end portal room, where you'd probably probably expect him to light the portal and head into the end. But the runner instead decides to jump down near the lava, break this block of cobblestone, which reveals a secret trapdoor room. And inside, the runner finds a chest with a bow and a full stack of arrows, along with extra beds to help with the dragon. And I don't even need to explain that the runner clearly built this off camera. So, the runner finally spawns into the end, and giving him credit, things thankfully appear to be legit. As the ender dragon has full health, the runner is still in survival mode, and he doesn't have any weird items in his inventory. But as the runner is casually running around the surface, take a very close look at this end pillar, where if you look closely, you can actually see 2 blocks of black wool that are trying to blend in. And of course, when the runner breaks these 2 blocks, he finds another secret chest room with full diamond armor. It's so obvious he built this secret room off camera. So, after collecting a ton of overpowered loot, the runner starts using his bow to shoot at the ender dragon. But I'm not gonna lie, this guy has some of the worst aim I've literally ever seen, and is missing nearly every single shot with his bow. Well, he must have gotten sick of being so bad using this bow, because the runner instead decides to pull out his fist and somehow one-shots the ender dragon. Let me repeat that, while using his fist. Click on screen now to watch even more fake Minecraft speedruns.